special bonus episode of Rational Romantics because we could not leave you hanging since Bridgerton gave us a huge gift of an incredible video, BTS for season 4 announcing that they are wrapped filming. So we had to dive in, tell you all of the details that we thought, all of the crazy theories that we're looking ahead to, and let's dive in. Okay, so, y'all, Deb and I have not broken down the season 4 wrapped video yet, so we are freaking out excited to talk to each other because, y'all, Bridgerton dropped into our laps this beautiful video announcing that they have wrapped filming season 4, and we're freaking out.
Oh my gosh, freaking out, because I was not expecting that at all. And it's so funny because earlier in the week, on Monday last week, I posted this video, just like a funny video of like, you know, it's another week not knowing if Bridgerton news is going to drop and I'm going to be in the middle of a meeting. We can do it. We can do hard things. Like, it was a joke. And then suddenly on a like random Friday in June, this drops and I was like, I'm at work. And again, what? And they keep dropping these big, what seemingly small pieces of news, but they make it so big. It's wrapped. I know that it's not that small, but it's just like a huge video that showcases so many things for such a small piece of news. Like, oh, it was a lot.
Yeah, they really gave us, I mean, more than just a few crumbs, because there are so many details to dive into. So the video, I'm assuming y'all have seen it if you're following this podcast. I can't imagine you haven't. But it's all of the, or many of the main characters coming to their trailers in costume and then leaving in their regular clothes. So we got a lot of details to kind of dive into. So I'm thinking we'll just go in order of who we're seeing and let's talk about what we gather from it and what we're gonna just randomly speculate about, because that's super fun. So first, I mean, obviously, gotta start with Sophie. Like, of course.
Obviously, Sophie, she pulls like a Regency Taylor. She goes, oh, hey. I'm like, you're so cute. She just shows up. She's like so casual. Oh my gosh. And I mean, it's such a big one to start with because there's a lot to unpack here because she's like, I believe the only one who's covered up in a robe.
Yeah, so
Like, we're
Francesca and
not seeing it.
Michaela are in robes too, but Sophie's a, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Sophie's a big one. Yeah.
Okay.
Which, yeah, we have to put a pin in that because we have big thoughts on why they're in robes also, but
You know, it's funny, you have big thoughts. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about it. So, like, you're gonna open something up for me, and I'm just now, like, I don't know what I was talking about, because now I'm, like, reliving Francesca and Michaela, and I'm like, wait, what? But, okay. Anyways, Sophie's in a robe,
yeah.
and she's just walking into the trailer, but we do get a glimpse at the bottom of her dress, which is so exciting.
Guys, it's Bridgerton blue. She is in Bridgerton blue, and I'm getting, like, my eyes are watering. I'm so excited to see Sophie in Bridgerton colors. Like, I mean, obviously it's so emotional anyway, but I think because we just got through reading the book, like, I am so invested in Sophie's desire for a family, and, like, she's gonna have this whole crew of all these people. I mean, they literally have, like, team colors, and she gets to be part of the team and the family, and it's so cute, and I'm so excited for her.
It's so cute. It's so, so, so sweet. I can't believe, like, because, like, the only thing that you know for sure, she's going to be wearing a ball gown at the masquerade ball, right? The rest of the book, she is in, you know, servant attire, and there's no other reason for her to be in a ball gown. It's not like if he sneaks her into another ball. There's nothing else, really. And so to see that little confirmation of, look at that little fancy gown that she's got on, that's not the masquerade ball dress. It's just, it feels like the epilogue. And I know that you mentioned that in one of your reels, saying like, you called it the epilogue, and I feel like it is, because which other chapter in the book would she be in a dress like that?
Yeah. when it just feels so right. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's got these like applique flowers on it. So pretty. And it just feels so perfect that we will see her in her happily ever after in blue, which is very Cinderella. And it's just the culmination. It's just how it should end. And so I'm here for it.
Yeah, I agree. It's so special. And honestly, it really brought me back. And I haven't posted about this yet, but it really brought me back to last summer when I was kind of like starting like my breakdown of Benedict and Sophie on my channel, on my channel, on my channel, on my page. And I was just like looking at, the colors and how the significance is always there for like, Colin and Penelope, they made green, blue and yellow, all that. And I remember looking into the fact that they talk about their favorite colors at the beginning of the book. You know, how Sophie is green and Benedict is blue. And then I was thinking, I bet that the moment where they become one, she'll be in teal. And the color of her dress, it's Bridgerton, it's blue, but it is a darker teal color. So I loved that it's teal with a silver applique on top. So she's still the lady in silver in her heart, but she's merged and become a Bridgerton in her own way.
My heart is a flutter. That's so good. I love it so much. Oh, that's so perfect.
So
Yes.
sweet, eh? I mean, I felt like a full circle moment. I was like scrolling through my reels yesterday because I'm hoping to make something about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I did talk about it. I knew I didn't dream that. So,
That's so
yeah,
clever.
I think it's so fun.
I love that.
Hmm.
That's so perfect. The other thing, probably my last thing that I wanted to note on the Sophie train is that her nameplate only says Sophie. We don't have a Sophie Beck, we don't have a Sophie Bridgerton, anything like that. So I feel like that's maybe further confirmation that we're going to see a wedding, because it's like, why isn't she Sophie Beck then?
Hmm.
Like, unless she changes her name in the process.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's just something about her not being Sophie Beck anymore that kind of makes it feel like she's definitely now a Sophie Bridgerton, but they can't put it up the. I don't know. Ugh. Maybe it's just something that they keep for the following season, like finally putting Penelope Bridgerton, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Things like that. Maybe it'll be that. But just the fact that she's dropped Beck, I'm like, that's cute. So very exciting. We love those little details.
Yes, it's a little treat for us. So next up is Violet. So I don't know about you, but I don't have a whole ton to say about her. She's in like blue and gold, very similar, like her kind of hot mama matron that she's in, like that
Hmm.
she always, I mean, it's got a nice little bit of like va 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 voom going on in the decolletage, but otherwise
Hmm.
it's pretty modest and pretty Violet.
Hmm.
So it's beautiful, but I don't think we
Hmm.
have a whole lot of details that it's cluing us in on.
No.
But
Still says Violet Bridgerton on her trailer.
yep.
Status
That's all.
quo a little bit. I almost felt like it was a dress I had seen before, so it's very Violet Bridgerton coded. So she looks great, and yeah, love to see her.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then the next up is a pairing that I have lots to say about and I'm very excited to discuss. So, next up we have Lady Danbury and Hyacinth as a pair, and I can't wait. I need them. I need them.
I know. It's so I'm convinced it's not accidental. I'm convinced that it's on purpose. I hope so much that we get more Hyacinth and Lady Danbury, and we're planting seeds for Hyacinth. And like I think that they need to grow a relationship so that we can lead up to her storyline. So I think that it's the perfect little hint that that's what's going to happen in season 4. And I just I just think back of like season 3, how there's this moment where they started to interact a little bit, and it was like, oh, like I want to come, and she's like, anybody who's out can come. Like it's a very small scene, but I'm just like, they're starting, so hopefully there's more and more coming, and yeah, I'm suddenly like so excited for Hyacinth's season.
Same. Oh, I'm so excited. And I cannot believe how grown up Florence looks. Like, she's
Yeah.
in this absolutely stunning, beautiful dress that's like pink and blue and it's got little bits of green, and she's just so grown up. And it's
Hmm.
wild to see her and realize, I mean, obviously it's still a little ways away yet, but really how close her season is. Like,
Hmm.
it's I mean, it's gonna be here before we know it, and I just can't wait to see how Lady Danbury is with that. Like, it's gonna be so fun. But I did want to say with Lady Danbury, I also think it's interesting that her hair is down. And I don't know if that's gonna be something we see in the scene. Like, is that how her hair is styled in the scene? Or is that gonna be like they took her hair down, whatever, from which I feel like that wouldn't be because it'd be like a wig. So I would think that'd be in the scene. And her hair being down
Interesting.
is, we don't see that a lot for her.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because Adjoa Ando, who plays Lady Danbury, has said in the past that like her hair is like slicked back because she is kind of like that fearsome but like strong-willed person in the ton. So it's very intentional that she's very like slicked back. So it feels like, yeah, letting her hair down. I really hope that it ties into something that was cut in season 3 of her having a little moment.
Yeah.
Would love to associate her hair down with maybe that actually coming to our screens next season.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, the Queen is next.
The Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen. Queen Charlotte. Oh my god. There's so much to unpack here because what a look she has on. It's insane. And it's funny because right out of the gate, you're like, look at the wig. Fantastic wig. She looks amazing. But, and we can talk about the wig if you want to. I think it's fabulous. That's my note on it. But then you look at her dress, and then it's like, wait a minute. The detail on her dress is incredible.
Oh yeah. I well, immediately my eye went to the panel. So she has like a couple panels on her dress, and like, I mean, it's the swing. And I can't remember who painted it now. But anyway, super famous painting that's like the Rococo painting of the girl on the swing kicking up her foot and her shoe is flying off. And I just like zeroed in on that because I was like, what does this mean? I was like, I feel like this is going to be like our Eros and Psyche moment where I was like, this is a cultural reference that they are making not on accident. And I found a couple of things really interesting about that. So in the original painting, the girl is swinging and she's kicking her foot up, and there's another guy behind her in the shadows like pulling her on these ropes. So there's this kind of weird love triangle dynamic, and exactly what these people are to each other is a little bit ambiguous, like husband lover who is in these situations, and like why is he so like husband in the shadows gleefully participating and his wife showing her bloomers to another guy. It's a lot of layers. And again, just so scandalous.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Charlotte's dress has eliminated the men. It's only the girl on the swing kicking her shoe. So it's taken this kind of sexually explicit, at least for the like Rococo times, this kind of sexually explicit painting and made it this sort of frilly, frivolous young woman by herself. And so I don't know what that means. And I find it compelling.
That's really interesting because if you look above, right in the center, there's the crest of a man, which looks almost identical to King George. So it's very clear to me, anyway, that that is her husband on her chest, on her heart, in a way. So there must be a correlation between the fact that it's just the woman on the swings, there's no men who were present in the painting there, and she can just like be free and be the scandalous, like free spirit that she is, but always hold her husband near and dear to her heart, kind of thing. So there could be some symbolism with that. But
Yeah.
for sure, this is like a few Easter eggs that we have yet to decipher.
Oh yeah, for sure. One, I love that connection. Uh, with George. And I think it's interesting too because like we have all these kind of gilt flowers on it. I'm wondering if this is like maybe her costume for the gold ball that we've been predicting
Mm.
because she has, she's kind of gilded and she's got a lot of gold. I mean, it's not entirely gold,
Mm.
but it'd be interesting. She's got the gold flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Random shift to her wig. Does it look like she has pumpkins in her hair? Is that what that looks like to you? Because that's what it looks like to me. Like,
It does now that you tell me to zoom in. Even at the top there, it looks like a pumpkin with like a gold siege.
right.
What do you call the whatever? I'll just say
Like
it
the
in French.
stem
It's
thing?
fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that. If that's what that is,
Well, it's so Cinderella.
it's so Cinderella. Oh my God, it's so Cinderella. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
It's so Cinderella. It's so fall. It's so
Yes.
intentional. That's crazy. Did you just realize that or did you have that
Yes.
note?
No, I just realized that.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Well, because, like, I feel like I didn't even glance at her wig because I was so obsessed with the dress
Yeah.
that the wig didn't even make a stop in my brain until right now.
Huh. Well, yep, those are pumpkins.
Yeah.
If anybody asks, those are pumpkins.
I like
That's
it.
crazy. I'm obsessed with that.
Well, another pairing that we have that I don't think this pairing is quite as meaningful as some other ones, but we do have to talk about both Brimsley and our Gregory.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love them. Main thing to me is just how grown up Gregory looks. Like he has like the little like not pocket watch, but the little dangly
Yeah,
thing.
his
And
little
I'm like,
fob. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like that looks very grown up. So, yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from that scene. That scene. That still.
Yeah, he is. He's got like some swagger. He's fixing his little
Mm.
collar and yeah,
Mhm.
and the fob that he's wearing is the thing that the adult men wear, and he doesn't have one on in the previous 3 seasons, and
Mm.
so it's definitely a distinction that he has grown up. And it also makes me wonder, like, I feel like we are going to have gone 3 or 4 years from the last place we saw him in season 3.
Mm.
So exactly when we're going to jump time, I don't know.
Mm.
But like this feels like he is significantly and notably older. Like
Mhm.
I don't think that him going away to Eton for 1 year and coming back is him having this fob. Like I don't think he's at 14 dressing
Mhm.
like this. I think that this is him at 16, 17, 18 years old, like somewhere in that range.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense. And I feel like it's very possible that for the first time in an epilogue, it might actually be true to the time jump that we have in the book epilogues. Like for Benedict and Sophie's book, it's like they're 3 kids deep, you know? So maybe this is the first time that they skip way ahead, even though the next season is still going to be, shortly after season 4. Like very often you're like, oh, we can place ourselves in between season 2 and 3 here. And in between, you know what I mean? So maybe this is the first time that they really skip ahead and then pull back. Plant some Easter eggs up there and then pull back. Who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah. No, it could be super interesting. When it
Mm-hmm.
just feels like no matter what they do with season 5, they're going to have to add some time somewhere. Like we're going to need to age up some people.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it'll be really fascinating.
Very cool.
Oh, then we have the Mondriches.
Oh, yeah. We love to see them.
Yeah. I feel like their costumes aren't really giving anything away. I really love the kind of not very I don't what would you call that? Like almost like gradient stripes that Will is
Yeah.
wearing. I think it's very flattering.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a lot of like detail to suss out of these costumes, but it's nice to
Yeah.
see them.
Yeah. I love to see Alice in some color.
Yeah.
She looks
Ah.
cute in the green.
Mhm.
And yeah, they look great. We're
Okay.
excited to see them. And mysterious future plotline. There wasn't a lot set up at the end of season 3 to like indicate where they're going. Um, so yeah, excited to see them there. Excited to see them back.
She interestingly, as I'm looking at her dress now, Alice's, she kind of has a slightly similar look with the gold kind of gilt flowers as the Queen has on her
Hmm.
dress. So I don't know if that's just like a thematic thing that they're carrying through the season.
Yeah.
If that's, I don't know, or maybe that's going to indicate some kind of a connection with Alice and the Queen. But
Hmm.
it's something to note, maybe.
And then we get our fave sisters. We get our Posey and Rosamond skipping about, so cute. Michelle Mao and Isabel Way looking adorable. Um, and honestly, what looks very Prudence Featherington.
Yeah, they're taking
Very.
cues from the Featheringtons. That's what I'm
Yes.
like. I Rosamond, I'm like, girl, you are so gorgeous. How are you wearing colors that are that ugly together? They're so bad. And like they're
Fierce.
obviously supposed to be, but I'm just like that bright pink and they're all the same like tone, like depth of color. It's
Yeah.
just it's just atrocious. It's one of the like most beautifully made, like beautiful all the things, but also the straight up ugliest dress we've seen in Bridgerton. It's atrocious.
Actually, though, actually, and I love it paired with like her real life coffee and her real life purse. It's so funny.
Yeah, she's got her little
Um,
Birkin bag, like
yeah,
she's
yeah, no big deal. But I do love Posey's dress. Like it's so sweet. It's so cute and it's like giving mermaid again. I love it. It's super cute.
yeah. No, she's got the mermaid vibes, and I like it for her. Maybe
Yeah.
she marries a marine biologist. I like it.
Maybe Hugh's not a pastor. He's a marine biologist.
Oh my goodness. They just have so
Oh,
much energy though, and I can't wait to see them in this season.
yeah, totally. Next, there's so much to talk about. Araminta? Araminta who? I don't know anymore. I don't
I'm
know.
just
Let's
too.
talk about it.
Okay, so Araminta, in her signature black, face card
Mhm.
never declines. Is she in mourning or is she just terrifying? The questions are continuing. So, not a whole lot to dissect on her wardrobe. However, the name stuck to her trailer is gonna throw us for a loop because at one point when she's in costume, it's the Lady Araminta gun, which we have
Yes.
gotten used to. When
Yes.
she's coming out dressed in her street clothes, it's Lady Araminta Gao. What the flip is going on, Deb?
What does it mean? I feel like that Jennifer Lawrence like clip. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's so confusing because like I hate her so much in the book, but now seeing this, I'm like, oh, she get a happily ever after. Cute. Like so confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that means that she remarries. It must. Why else? Right?
So I think that's definitely a possibility. I actually think that Gao was just a draft name before they settled for sure on Gun because we know that they changed like Posey's name got changed from Ruan to Lee. Like they
Mm.
have shifted. Like Sophie's name was originally something else, and then they went with Beck when Yaren was casting because she's Korean, and so I think that they were just workshopping names. And my guess, because we know that all of these videos were not shot in the same place on the same day, like it's
Mm.
very clear that these were cobbled together. My
Mm.
thought is that maybe this video of her coming out of her trailer was done when she was doing like costume fittings, like very early on in the process. And so we had her as Lady Araminta Gao until they decided they were officially going to go with Gun. And then
Mm.
that's my rational version of this. But I also love the romantic version where she's finding maybe not even love, just a husband.
Yeah, that's so funny. But then I'm like, what if that's like her maiden name or something too? Like it could be
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah.
That's so funny though. You're
Yeah.
rational.
It is.
Rational Romantics.
It's odd
Classic.
though, and it feels again interesting that they would put that in. And I would bet, I would actually put money on that we pay more attention to these videos than the people that make them. 100%.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they would let that, like, they're pretty careful.
Yeah.
So I feel like if it's a plot point, I would be maybe surprised if it slid in there,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe not. Again, they stuck Penelope's wedding dress in the background of a different video in season 3. So they miss stuff. It happens. So
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, only time will tell. Next, we have our staff, our very own Footman John and Mrs. Wilson. They look so cute. They're like Bridgerton getup. But I
so
love
cute.
it's so cute. And my only note here is I love that it says Footman John on his door. His government name, obviously, his name from birth. So cute.
It's like nominative determinism. So like that your name drives who you are and like how you act. And so it's like my favorite example is Tom Hanks's kids, and it's like if you name your kid Colin, you're gonna get a Colin, and if you name your kid Chet, you're gonna get a Chet. And like they are so different from each other, and they look exactly like their names.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
You
they
just
named
taught me
him Footman
something.
John. So he's Footman.
Footman John. Clearly.
Yeah.
Of course. That's just how it's always going to be.
Oh my gosh. Yep, I love them. I will say, so I've been doing a rewatch of Bridgerton, like a whole thing from episode 1. Uh, and I was watching in season 1, at the tail end there, is the first time I think we get lines from Footman John. And I was like, oh, the chemistry with Eloise is really there. Like, when I was like, okay, so I'm really on that train now for season 4. Because I was like, whoa, chemistry is chemistrying. Our very own Penelope Bridgerton is next.
Please. It's so funny. We got her saying her name literally out loud at the end of season 3. So I don't know why seeing it on the door just kills me still, but it does. Look at her in her beautiful, beautiful gown. Like, and I'm so happy to see this gown because it's giving me season 3 vibes. I loved her in that first picture that we saw of her and Eloise. I loved her in this more like married woman look. Like it was more structured. It was more like a vest, a blazer style, which was lovely, but she was just so like sexy in season 3. She looked so good. And not that she didn't look good in that dress, but I just love seeing her in like this sleek, sexy, like nightgowny sparkler. So seeing her in this, I love it. I am so here for it. I'm glad we get a balance. We need a balance here.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I have no notes. That's literally it.
But now, the biggest Easter egg of this entire video is Frankayla on the same freaking slide. I can't.
Yes.
It's our first look at Michaela in season 4.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's so huge. Oh my god, I can't even wrap my head around all of the thoughts that I have. So we have Michaela. We have both of them covered. We have the two of them set next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where I'll start. I was shocked at how many people in the comment section said that they were converted or, like, confirmed to the Francesca season 5 because of this. Like, I was surprised that this was the domino for so many people, but it really was.
Mm-hmm. There's just something so symbolic about not only them together on the same frame, but just before Benedict. People are like, Is it because she's right before Benedict that she's going to be season 5? It's like, hey, if that's what brings you on board, sure. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
But
I love
oh
that.
my gosh, yeah. And I'm now like reeling because yes, they are both fully covered. Fully.
Yeah. Which, okay. So the fully cover, I mean,
Yeah.
like, are they in mourning? Like, is that, I mean, is that why are they in black? Is that why we're not allowed to see them? Because it
Yeah.
would be a huge clue in that
Yeah.
obviously we've lost John.
Yeah.
So that feels,
'Cause- yeah.
that feels like it to me.
Um yeah, because like it's one thing to see Araminta in all black, sure. She's like that's her vibe. But to see like Bridgerton family member in all black, that is like that's a huge spoiler. So for Francesca to be covered like this, yes, I think absolutely she's in black. Michaela, it could be anything. Maybe she's wearing pants.
Yes. Love that.
Who knows? Who knows? But I think yeah, I have a very strong feeling that Francesca at the very least is in black underneath that.
Yeah.
Sad.
I will say Michaela's hair is a little bit on the fun side to be in mourning. Like it's got all the curls are kind of messy at the top, so I don't know if that's why, but that's definitely where my brain went with them being covered. And it's not a super elaborate hairstyle, but all those curls and stuff is a little bit bouncy. It's a little bit fun. So not that
Mm-hmm.
it couldn't be, but it might be an indication that maybe they're not in mourning, at least in this clip. But
Yeah. I feel like I feel like the epilogue might be a ball,
oh,
like
interesting.
a party or something. Because Sophie's dress seems, if like assuming that that is an epilogue look, it feels very showy and sparkly for just like
Yeah,
morning tea, you know?
yeah,
So
not
maybe
so
they're at
fair.
a ball. Maybe there's like a mic drop in the epilogue at the ball or something. Sir Philip walks in.
I love it.
Would die.
Oh
Would
my
die.
gosh. Yeah, no, I'm here for
But
it.
yeah, that's because then we end it and we have Benedict.
Our Benny, our man, in gold, interestingly. Like, he has the gold waistcoat, the gold cravat, the gold fob. Like, it looks. I mean, I feel like we're getting a gold ball. That's how it feels to me. It just feels like this is what he's wearing to the gold ball.
Yes, absolutely. But what I love the most, and I don't know if you noticed, you probably did, but like I love that his cravat is still like artsy crooked. I'm like, he's still him, even though he's probably a married man at this point. He's still him.
Yeah, it's so perfect. And I did want to note too the ring that he has on because he is wearing a ring on the ring finger of his left hand. It's not a wedding ring; it's his signet ring that we see him wearing throughout the season. But he is wearing a ring. So,
And what I think I love the most is to see that if there is a gold ball and this is where this is his attire for it, and assuming well let's assume maybe that look from Sophie is not the epilogue look, that it may be a gold ball and that she shows up in silver just to make a point. I would love to see that. It'd be a cool moment to see her in silver at the gold ball. So I think that'd be cute.
be very Nan and Red at the black and white ball.
Yes. It would be. I love that. Sophie would. I know
Yep.
she would. But yeah, that is the end of the clip. But should we talk about who we didn't see? Because we saw Benedict, I was like, oh, oh, it's done. Oh, okay. So let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, we did have some notable exceptions. Ones that are maybe a little less notable but did surprise me. I was a little bit surprised that we didn't see Portia or Varley. I thought that they would maybe be a little couplet. So we didn't see them. Obviously we didn't see John, which is interesting. Um, and then yeah. So then we also didn't see Kate or Anthony, which I kind of was not expecting them. I mean, like, if they would have showed up, that would have been lovely, but, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the big, huge, surprising ones is that we're not seeing Eloise or Colin.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on our characters that are absent?
My thought is always that they're just gatekeeping a look or something, or like something that might like give it away. Um, in all likelihood, it's probably just that it didn't work out when the social person was doing this and they weren't around, which is fine, I guess. We have seen a look of, well, the thing is that these two, Luke Newton and Claudia Jesse, while we have seen pictures of them in season 4 stills, we haven't seen them in a BTS video yet for season 4. So I find that odd. Like, why aren't they ever in a BTS
We saw Claudia
video?
in the one where she's like skipping with Francesca and then she's like playing the hands with Luke.
True, true, true. So we saw her when that was we started filming BTS.
Yeah.
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 It's crazy how many BTS videos we've had, but whatever.
It's insane. It's hard to keep track of because
I
there's so
know.
like embarrassment of riches over here. But yeah, but
Yeah.
Colin has been gate kept this whole
Yes.
time a lot. Like
Yes.
he's, which I can only assume is because we can't even handle it.
And that's what I think as well. That's my instinct. I'm like, it's better to stay safe for now. Okay?
Yeah.
Just keep us even keeled. Like, that's fine. But yeah, no, all to say, I was disappointed to not see them. But I don't think it's an indication of anything bad happening or that, like, they're not in it a lot. I did have this comment, honestly, it was kind of a troll comment on my video because I posted a video being like, why weren't they there? They're like, maybe you should read the book. I was like, literally, they are the most important siblings in Benedict's book, so I don't know how that's an argument at all.
Also, so we just did a whole series of podcasts on us reading the book. Anyway.
Anyways.